Hi everyone, it's Michael again. This is video blog, I believe, number 14. Today is Sunday, January 23rd. It's almost 10 o'clock, so it's almost bedtime. Let's see, lap band progress. It's been a pretty good week. My current weight is 238.2, which is down from my heaviest weight, or my original weight, which was 264.8 just over a month ago. So 4 weeks and 2 days into my lap band post surgery, and I've lost about 26.6 pounds and 31.4% to my weight goal. Still need to lose about 58.2 more pounds, but it's looking hopeful. Been a little bit hungry. I only have 2 cc's in my band right now, which is a 14 cc. I have an appointment with the surgeon again on February 17th, which I know is still about, almost a full month away, about 3 weeks. But I'm pretty sure I can do it. I haven't been overeating. I've been following the eating plan, so there's been some stomach rumbling and, just kind of normal stuff you have when you're on a diet and you're hungry. But it's honestly not that big a deal. I'm still learning how to eat, small portions, lots of chewing. Small bites, as well as small portions, and lots of chewing. Chewing is the most important thing. Chew, chew, chew. It's a book. So that's pretty good. I'm on to more soft, some more solid foods right now. So poached eggs, salsa. Had a great spaghetti squash. For dinner tonight. Spaghetti squash is an awesome replacement for pasta. Of course, it doesn't taste like pasta, but it doesn't taste like squash either. And the spaghetti squash is actually, it kind of tastes like an al dente angel hair pasta. It was actually pretty simple. I took one spaghetti squash. It was about 3 or 4 pounds. Sliced in half. I pulled out all the seeds. Drizzle with a little olive oil and some salt and pepper, and then put that flesh side down onto a baking pan in a 450-degree oven for about 35 to 40 minutes, and when it's done you just pull it out, let it cool down for about half an hour or so until it's easy enough to handle by hand. Then just use a fork and just kind of scrape the insides of it. You get these nice strands of pasta looking things, and I used a marinara, a nice, I think it was Numzone. May have been garlic and basil marinara, light, so not too heavy, but I didn't use a lot of sauce on it either. So, because I kind of like the taste of the spaghetti squash with the olive oil and the salt and pepper. I'm kind of plain taste kind of guy, so that turned out really well. And you know what? One spaghetti squash is enough for 3 meals. So good. And I'll try next time. I'll try it. I'll add some mushrooms to it maybe, and make it a little different sauces myself and things. So once I get in my garden growing, hopefully I will be able to put some fresh veggies and stuff in there. I'm going to attempt an apartment garden, looking at sites like Square Foot Gardening, and won't be a very large one, probably be 2 feet by 4 foot, so but it's enough to grow 6 items in there probably, as well as some fresh herbs and stuff on the top. And maybe when I get to the stage where I'm going to eat lettuce, that can be grown in a shady area supposedly, so I'll give lettuce a try as well. So have some nice fresh veggies, lots more affordable. It's greener, both environmentally and vegetably. So that's the plan, and I'll start putting that together in the next month or so once I'm able to lift a decent amount of weight, because that stuff is not light. So right now I am also figuring out a way how to pay for it too. I've signed on to a couple of online sites to try and get some extra work going. We've cut back hours at the library, so I'm at my minimum hours I can work. which is cutting into the finances quite a bit more than before. Still possible bankruptcy in the future. But if I can pull in, $100 to $200 a month, week would be nice, but a month more, I should be okay for a little while longer. So I've signed up with Cha-Cha, which is a like a text question service. So I'm waiting for it to be approved by them, and I signed up with Elance, which is a freelancing site. It's all electronic, so there's a bidding and buying process and all this other stuff, and hopefully I'll find some ways to do that too. I'm still trying to get my books published. I had one book rejected by a publishing house. I had one poem rejected by a magazine, but you know what? Rejections are part of writing, so I haven't lost hope in that. I got my first picture book, The Adventures of Vivian the Turtle, is at an agent right now, and they're going to be looking at it soon, and I should hear back in a few weeks from them, the next few weeks. So, we'll see how that goes. There's plenty more out there. I'm still trying to do more writing. I've got another picture book series in the work, and I've got my novel, which originally was going to be for adults way back when, but I'm actually going to be doing that for the young adult and teen now. I think it fits that better. It's a clean book, kind of a fantasy-based book. I really don't even have to do any rewrites right now to get it set to do a young adult book. I have the first 3 chapters finished, so I want to get a little bit more ahead before I start submitting to agents and publishers, and then hopefully get that going. I also have about 5 more poems I'll try and send to contests and various magazines. You actually need anywhere between 30 and 50 poems to make a book, and a lot of publishers want a book length. I think you want enough poems to fill an entire book. So I might do some more poetry if it strikes me. That's one of the things you really can't just throw out there and write. You've got to kind of feel the moment, be in the moment to write poetry. At least that's the way it is for me. I'm on a more definite regimen now. I'm trying to write for at least an hour in the mornings, as well as everything else I'm doing too. I'm actually getting back to walking again every other day. About when I have a day off, I walk about 3.5 miles. I walk the trails behind the apartment. Walk to the nearest library, do some research, and come back again. So good walking pace. My normal walking at work is anywhere between 5 and 7 miles because as a librarian, you're constantly going back and forth around the library. You're doing research and stuff like that. You're always on your feet. But these 3.5 mile walks I do every other day are actually strictly just pushing myself walking. So there's some inclines, there's some declines. So and when the weather gets too hot, as it will here in Arizona, then I'll just go ahead and I'll use my my treadmill, as long as they don't have to sell it off first. And if I do, that's no big deal because the clubhouse in the apartments has a treadmill as well, and I have access to some city facilities where they have gyms and things like that also. So I'm in good spirits, losing plenty of weight, going about half a pound or so a day now, which is, pretty good weight loss there. And of course, the more exercise I do and the more energy I put into it, the more I'll lose. So the SLAP band is simply a tool. It's helped me curb the hunger, and it's helped me by forcing me to eat better and smaller and more thoroughly, and it works just as well as as much effort as you put into it. So that's what's going on now. I've put up on the website a link to my my weight tracking Excel spreadsheet. I'll have a modified version coming out pretty soon, within the next week or so. It's going to have charts and graphs for every Sunday, since I do my blog every Sunday. I'll probably still weigh myself every day for a while longer. I have a chart set up for that as well now too. So every month has got its own chart, and all you do is you put your current weight into the little box on the data spreadsheet, and all the charts in the main page are updated automatically. So hey, it was fun. That's what I do for fun. I've read 4 short books so far. And today I've actually also started another blog, which is Michael's Michael's Bookshelf, what I write and Michael's Bookshelf, what I read and write. So I'll be blogging about the books that I'm reading and the progress of my writing, and hopefully be announcing soon if I get hooked up by an agency or get a publisher for something. So that's it. So it'll be mostly a book blog. It won't be specifically children's stuff, although most of it will be children's. I've read 4 books today, and I have joined the 2011 Goodreads reading challenge. So I have committed myself to read. I will read 300 books this year in 2011. So far, I'm 7 books to that goal. So I have 4 books I'm reading right now, which are actually more or longer novel ones, and I am almost done with those. So that'll be another 3 or 4 in my cap there. As I mentioned, one of the coolest books I've read is a great picture book. It's called LMNOPs. PEAS. It's an alphabet book for kids, and every letter has its own little association to a career and an occupation, which is pretty cool. And the P's are little characters, and they're dressed up and stuff like that. It's illustrated and authored by Keith Baker, and it's just one of my all-time favorite alphabet books right now. It's just, what I called in my review was awesomely adorable. So yeah, so that's what's going on with me too. So the lap band has definitely been a help to get my attitude more positive, making me want to stick around for a little while longer. I feel better. My knees haven't hurt much at all in the last couple of weeks, and I'm feeling stronger, although I'm still being careful not to lift something too heavy, because we don't want to sprout leaks or anything or damage my insides at all. Yeah, things are going good, and I will give you another report on next Sunday. So I will see you then. Bye.